that's not true. He's ran me off a bunch of road courses and called me and said sorry, and I said I'm going to stand my ground next time. I'm not here to defend anything. I put both of those guys, the 48 and the 5, in an arrow situation. Didn't touch either one. How can you wreck someone you don't touch? They make a decision to either let off the gas and race side by side, or hit the gas and hit the wall. I mean, I put them to those decisions. I didn't overshoot the corner. I was behind them. I tried to get position on them. I knew it was going to be tight off of 2, but always made sure I left a lane or more than a lane. You know, it's the same. You know, these next gen cars, for whatever reason, you get in that spot near the car on the outside, it sends them very tight. It just tightens their aero balance. Everyone knows it. You know, Kyle is one of the best aero blockers in our field. I knew once he got the lead and it was green, there was just no way I was going to go around on that. So I just backed off and just waited and tried not to burn up my shit for a restart later. Because he knows how to put you in a situation to just kill your car. So, you know, we waited and we pounced at the right time. He didn't get his right sides clean and drove in the corner just too far and let us get beside him. And then I thought we were going to race it out off of 2, but you know, it was just he got in the fence.
What about?
Bob Parker, Spike Sports. Larson had said that he felt like it was kind of the same move that you did to Chastain last year.
Same move he made to Bubba. Did he mention that or no? Gotcha.
So, but do you feel like you raced him with respect?
We're racing for the win. Are you shitting me? For sure. I mean, if I'm going to give anyone in the field respect, it's Kyle Larson. Just because of our, you know, I respect him as a race car driver, and I think he's, you know, probably the best. So certainly he's got my respect. But damn, I mean, we're all racing for a win, and I guarantee you, roles reverse, it goes the same way.
We'll go back to Zach.
Zach Sterniel at NASCAR.com. Denny, you were talking about, I guess, just the relationship between you and Kyle. You guys have had run-ins in the past. How does it affect anything?
We really haven't. You're kind of blowing that up, but that's not true. We've not had run-ins. I got in the back of him in Atlanta trying to push him. That's in a draft. We're drafting. So that was a draft gone bad. And then we're racing, once again, we're racing for the win at Kansas, and he gets in the fence, comes off the fence, and I tag him in the left rear. I mean, you know, I get it. I know you guys are trying to go with this, but you know, I've been on the shit end of so many of these results, and I'm definitely, when it comes to getting 50 for me, 600 for Toyota, I'm going to make sure that I drive as hard as I possibly can, and respectful. That's why I left them more than a lane off of turn 2.
That said, when you hit those milestones today, but you get out of the car and the crowd reaction is what it is.
Did you hear intros or no?
I did.
I didn't do anything before the race.
Let's go right here.
Adam Chopper, Motorsports Today. First off, congrats on Boyd and Denny.
Thank you.
So now that you do have 50 wins, and you touched on this yesterday, the significance of your 50th win possibly being at Pocono, where your first 2 career wins were. Has it set in yet? And if so, what are the emotions that you're feeling right now?
No, I mean, stuff like this doesn't sit in for a while. I actually exchanged texts with Kenseth over the week, and, you know, we were just reminiscing about old races. And I told him, I was like, you know, you probably, you know, I was, you know, definitely filling him up about like how great, you know, he was a great teammate, and he just, you know, the wins that he had, he was just so underrated. And I told him, I was like, you know, that's one thing that we're always guilty of, is not appreciating it in the moment. Like, it's always when you're retired and you got a bunch of time and you're sitting there on your rocker on your back porch, when you're thinking about, well, what have I accomplished, right, in the sport? These things take a long time to sit in. They really do. we're in the heat of the moment now. I mean, where I'm answering questions about like what I did was fair or not. I mean, give me a break. It's like it takes time, and I never thought I'd get an opportunity in the Cup Series, but luckily JD Gibbs took a chance, and Joe Gibbs took a chance on me nearly 20 years ago, and to get my 50th when it comes down to the track that I got my first, it certainly is special. And like I told you yesterday, I knew that every weekend I go into it thinking, man, this would be the perfect weekend for it, because there's always the right time to win. But I think there's just little things like my old car chief, Spider, that works at the Joe Gibbs Racing, found in his old toolbox my grandmother's St. Christopher, and so I get in my car for practice and it's sitting on my dash, and I'm like, I hadn't seen that thing. I thought it was lost. We would always my mom would put that in there before the race, and so on the dash, I sat down and said, well, we're winning this weekend. Those things don't happen on accident. So I just really happy to win it for the team. The whole team, Chris and his team on the pit box, the guys in the war room, the guys in the fab shop. I've been really lucky to be part of an organization that carried me for many years to many, many victories, a lot. Not everyone gets the opportunity to go from racing late models to racing for Joe Gibbs Racing in 18 months in the Cup Series. It's hard to do. It really is, but luckily they believed in me. They gave me time to get going, and the rest is history.
And as a follow-up to that, you also have the solo record.
Don't care what the fans think. Well, why has there been any thought to just lean into it, lean into kind of the villain role, or kind of like Kyle used to do, or not?
Not really. I don't think anyone likes to be disliked, but I don't know. No, I don't try to do anything to lean into it for sure. I think it just kind of happens naturally, to be honest with you. Some of the, questionable incidents here, like with the Chase thing, it just, that stirs the things up, right? As me and Chase get together and we crash at Charlotte, and it just, it just fires the people right back up that I'm a bad guy. So I just think that it's just part of it. I think fandom is it's a crazy thing. It really is. I've noticed the further away they are, the more boos are. When they're up close, they're actually very nice. They are. It's just, it's so different, walking out versus someone that's on the other side of a fence. So it's just, it reminds me of social media. The further you can get from face-to-face interaction, the more hateful that you can become. And I kind of you just need to look at someone on social media when they're hateful on social media. Just go back and look at their posts. They're hateful to everyone. They're just an unhappy person. I don't fault the fans for not liking me, because there's people in sports that I don't like. I've never met them. I just, I root for the other team. And so when they root for the other team and that team doesn't win, and they think that I'm responsible for that team not winning, you see the reactions that you do. So it's just, there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm just happy that we came out of here with a stands packed, infield packed, campground absolutely full.
That's right.
This has just been a fabulous weekend at Pocono. I think that Nick and his team has just done a phenomenal job of continuing to invest in this facility, and hopefully we continue to come back here every single year.
Thanks.
Hi, this is Steven Stumpf. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out the 2 videos beside me, and for more racing content, visit frontstretch.com.